Go ahead and hit go live.
All right, we're hitting go live.
All right.
We're live.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry we're a little bit late. We were having some technical difficulties getting the stream up. We'll get you caught up as fast as we can. I'm Alan. I'm being joined on the commentary by, who are you?
Jennifer.
Thank you. And Janine is on the controls for this ultra important sixth draw of the Embassy Road 2022 Ukraine Bonspiel. We're showing game feature on sheet B between Team Fallon, Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Enochson, Melvin Shaw, Gilad, Kempernich. That's not the order they're throwing in. That's okay. Against the Squirtle squad, Bill Engman, Andrea Dubin, Matt Rosenbloom, and Celi. That is the order they're throwing in. We're in the middle of the first end. In fact, we are on the first seconds stone. And this game has all kinds of stakes. Both of these teams are 2-0, having won both of their initial games in the pool. So the winner of this game will win that pool and be entered into the Ukraine Premier Event semifinals, i.e. the A event, playing at 9 a.m. tomorrow. The losers will be playing they'll be in second place. They'll be playing in either the Sunflower or Nightingale semifinals. I'm not sure how those crossovers go. Either way. So we have 3 other games on the sheets today. On sheet A, we have the Curling Dynamo against Loudon Rocks. On sheet D, we have the Fall Guys and the Indies. Both of those games, those 4 teams, all have lost both of their first 2 games in this tournament, but they still have lots to play for because the winners of those respective games will actually be qualifying into those Sunflower or Nightingale semifinals. And then on sheet C, Team Black is against Beets. Both of those teams are 2-0, and so they're playing for the championship of their division to go play in the A event semifinals tomorrow morning. That is the catch-up. That was a lot of information to dump really fast. I hope at least one person's on the stream and it was worth it. We are going to attempt to show both B and C as much as possible. Our commentary position, we've got a little bit better view of B, but we'll definitely keep you up to action on C as much as we can. All right, now let's get to where we are. Where are we? Potomac, Maryland. Aside from that, though.
No. I think it's Laurel, isn't it, Laurel?
It is Laurel, you're right.
Okay. Potomac is a little more, pinkies up.
So we are on Gilad Kempenich throwing his first vice stone. There is currently a yellow, which is Team Fallon stone, just biting the 4-foot just to the right of the center line. There is also a red stone that might be biting the house over on the edge of the 12-foot. It is biting the house over on the edge of the 12-foot. But it looks like Melvin is asking Gilad Kempenich to take care of that problem. So that takeout was successful. Stone did roll out.
Can you hear me?
No.
It's not working.
Well, now it might be.
Sometimes you need to wiggle the mute button.
Okay,
no.
I've got Ken. Sorry, folks, we're dealing a little bit. My voice just went. Okay,
no, I was doing the wrong one. Oh, hold it. You plugged into the wrong ones? No? Yes? Talk now?
Hello?
There we go.
There we go.
Now we got you.
You can hear me now?
We can hear you
We
now.
can hear you now.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Mine may have. Okay, no, we're good. Okay, I think.
Let's not touch any more buttons.
Uh-oh.
We'll try not anyway.
Am I cutting in and out now?
No, you're fine.
Am I fine?
Well,
My
Ken's messing with you right
Ken's
now.
messing
So.
with
I'm just trying to get the static out of your mute button.
Okay.
Wiggling a little bit.
I've
I think you're better now.
I've always wanted to have a de-static. All
my
right, Gilad
goodness.
throwing his second vice stone of the end to a empty house.
Can you hear me, Ken?
Yeah, nobody's home.
Okay.
You're kind of quiet there, Jennifer.
Yeah, you got to put it.
I'm not going to eat the microphone.
You kind of have to. All right. That stone was back 12 foot, just nibbling the 8. It's fine. It's a little deeper than he wanted it, but it's okay. Chris has the hammer in the first end. He's probably happy with playing for a blank end right now because then he would get the even end hammer, which is a lovely advantage.
That would be a good ploy.
That would be a good ploy. And especially if he's not going to be able to take 2. And with a house that's this empty against teams of this caliber, that is unlikely. So he's going for the hit. He wouldn't mind rolling the shooter out. He's probably not going to.
It's going to stay.
It's going to roll across the sheet. Yep, just sit. Now it's on the left-hand side of the center line as opposed to the right. So it's a slightly different look for Melvin Shaw's first stone.
Yeah, Janine, let's stick with the 30% view since this end isn't going to be very interesting, I don't think.
Yeah, really the only question at this point is going to be whether Squirtle Squad's last stone stays in the house or not. On sheet C, we have there's a red stone and a yellow stone in play. I'm not 100% sure which one is closer.
I think red is slightly closer.
Red is closer? And the red stone is also pretty well behind a guard. And they're just winding into skip stones now as well. All right, Melvin stone is coming down. Looks like it's pretty much going to nose.
And
slight outside roll, so it sticks. Team Fallon lies 1.
They seem to just be exchanging hits right now.
Pretty much. They're gonna exchange a couple more hits, and then the goal is going to be Chris is probably going to try to roll his last one out to get the blank. They're also playing this end at a relatively high clip, which is good because that helps make sure that they're gonna get all 8 ends in. These games are on a timer for those of you who may be joining us for the first draw for this tournament. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. These games get to play an hour and 50 and finish the end they're on at that hour 50 mark. They started at 4:30, so that hour 50 will be 5:20 p.m. No, 6:20 p.m.
So we're also starting skip stones on sheet C.
Yes, that is Dem Beets skip.
Tanya.
She is a little bit more complicated. Okay, so Celi actually successfully cleared the house with that first stone. So Melvin is throwing his second in somewhere. He wants to get it as close to the button and center line as possible to make the takeout and roll out as difficult as possible. They're sweeping on Tanya's stone pretty hard.
Yep.
She get it in behind.
Yep, it's in the 12 foot.
But that's not scoring at the moment because that yellow stone is closer.
Yes. But it is well behind that guard.
Yes, it's very well guarded. Melvin's stone comes up short of the house. Pretty sure that Chris is just going to throw through. Yeah, he's absolutely. Bill Engman is taking the position out way wide. So Chris is going to take the exceptionally easy blank, and we're going to move on to the second end.
Go ahead and go to C there. See what got the first of the skip stones coming down for Team Black.
Team Black, who is throwing yellow and has the hammer in this first end. And yep, as expected, Celi throws his through, taking the blank and moving on to the second end. All right, Bruce is adjusting his hat, settling into the...
We each have our routines in the hack.
I've never seen him turn his hat around like that backwards before.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right, it's heading
officially
down.
Blank end, so...
Yes.
0-0
All right.
on sheet B.
But they breezed through that end.
They did. They're moving really fast.
Bruce Black's stone is coming in. He makes contact with the stone.
He is shot rock.
Is he shot rock? He
Yep.
shot out of it?
Yep.
Okay. Is he? I can't see their house.
I can see it on the screen here.
Okay, I believe you.
Trust me, Alan.
I trust you.
Thank you. All right, Tanya's heading down for her last skip stone for them Beets. She's letting the sweepers know what the call is.
Which it appears, based on that broom line, it's a draw.
Wow, look at that house on sheet A.
Lots of traffic
That
out front.
is a busy house.
Or a busy guard, mostly.
Yeah, there is a red in the 8-foot and 5 stones in front of it.
Yeah, there are actually 2 reds in there. Just one's hidden on the house.
That looks like the Capitol Beltway on a Friday night.
What?
You ain't getting through that.
No,
I don't see the second red that you're talking about.
Yeah,
Over on
let's
A.
go right behind the button.
Oh, okay, yes, now I see it. All right, and it's counted, so that's a 2.
All right, Tanya's rock is a...
So 2 red on sheet A.
2 red on sheet A. I'm not sure which team is red, but
That's the Kretche.
is that the Kretche Curling Dynamo is red?
Yeah.
Okay, so they go up 2-0 over
Go
Loudon Rocks.
curling
Dynamo.
dynamos.
So it's down to hammer on both. No, just on C is hammer and D is last yellow.
Yep, that is correct.
And that's the yellow stone is being thrown by the Fall Guys, I believe. Looks like the Fall Guys to me. It's not the Indies. Or is it the Indies?
So a lot of discussion down there on sheet C for this last shot. Tanya's last skip rock froze on top of that yellow, so she is now shot rock. So they're trying to figure out if there's a way that they can move that and score 1 this end. All right, looks like Bruce has made a decision. He's starting his way back to the
Starting
hack.
his way back.
Yep.
Has he turned his hat back around yet? Yes, he has. He's got it putting forward again. Be interested to see if he turns it around backwards in the hack again.
So it looks like he's just going for the draw for 1.
Mm-hmm. Very exciting end on sheet C.
Yeah, there's just no way to get that red out of there, really, and without potentially doing more damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a beautiful shot of Tanya's to freeze right on that red.
By the way, the hat went backwards now.
And the hat has been turned around.
Yes.
Alrighty, here we go. Bruce is off.
Stone is on its way.
Andrea's stone is on its way on B.
Well,
Nice slash single. Looks like they were kind of going for a slash double. They just didn't quite have enough juice, but they did put one over.
Bruce, he got his 1. There we
Bruce
go.
got his
Beautiful.
one.
Oh,
Bruce.
beautiful
Big ol'
shot
high
from
spy.
Bruce.
Big ol' high five for
Oh
Team
my
Black there.
gosh.
They get the 1.
There were
the
several
hammer.
really great shots in a row to make that end happen there. So kudos to both teams.
I mean, that is going to be a very tightly fought game.
Yep.
Not just because both teams are 2-0 in this tournament, because that happens. But, I mean, Bruce Black's team, they have over 100 years of experience. Bruce has 53 of them himself. He's been playing for a long time.
Oh, can you go to the all houses quick? We'll just see what happens on D here. So this is the D hammer. And yellow is 1, 2, 3. Two.
Two.
I don't know what I was counting. The
Yep,
red one's the
Fall
yellow
Guys, ended up with a steal of 2 there. Red just came up a few inches short.
All right, so Fall Guys took the 2 in the first end.
I'm getting directions from all sides.
All right, so while we were wrapping up those first ends, we've gotten several stones into the second end here on our feature sheet, Sheet B. Andrea Dubin is currently attempting to draw in between a couple of guards to make some contact. That's yellow stone that's in the back 8 foot. She wrecked on the first guard.
Yellow.
That's probably an acceptable outcome because it does open up the pathway quite a bit. You can't do that but so often, but one bump that opens things up is not a bad thing.
Well, he's asking for that guard to be replaced.
Of course. Yeah, well,
we will see if that happens.
Yep, but you just keep taking the guards out and
Yep.
hope that eventually the other team misses one and leaves you an opening. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, then you run out of stones. But
Right, Simone just threw her first shot on sheet C, and she is taking out Bruce Black's yellow rock from the house, and her stuck around.
Yeah, laying up at the top 12 foot.
Ooh,
Bruce
shoot.
looks like he's looking to, he may even be thinking about just nosing that, which would effectively make his stone a guard.
Oh, beautiful guard over here in sheet B.
That it helped that it got a little bit of a tick off of the other yellow guard, but it ended up resulting in putting the stone in. You couldn't put it more in front of another one.
I'm sure that's exactly what they planned.
I'm not, but that's okay. I'm sure that it was within Melvin's mindset of, okay, I can do that if I need it.
Just trading hits on sheet C.
Yep.
So that might now be a guard, or it might be hittable. Tanya's taking a look to figure out if it's in or out. She seems to be thinking it's in because she's planning on taking it out.
Another hit.
Oh,
All right, over on our feature sheet, Team Fallon has 3 yellow stones in the house.
Because the last red rock knocked the third one in.
Yep.
Probably not intentionally.
And so Melvin is asking Gilad to draw in and put a 4th one in. There's a certain power in just loading the house up with rocks.
Yeah, I don't expect this to be a blank end.
Probably not. Still technically possible, not terribly likely.
So them Beets hit the yellow rock, but didn't quite get it out of the house over here on sheet C. So
it looks like Bruce is planning on taking that red stone out, and he probably wants to roll to a guardy position.
And speaking of guards,
Gilad,
Gilad just put up a nice guard.
Right. I thought he was drawing in, but no, apparently that was definitely a guard. Either that or Gilad was 15 feet short. One of the two. I'm going to assume it was a guard.
Planned.
Yes.
A or B, we do not know, but
They were having a momentary discussion over on C about whether they can count to 5 or not. Apparently, this is only the 5th stone of the end, therefore it is actually a free guard zone violation. So they're setting everything back. Bruce, for a second, was thinking that it wasn't, but it is.
sometimes it's hard to count to 8.
So the run back failed to hit anything.
Yeah, it was a clean miss of all the things.
And that just left their shooter guarding where they don't want it.
Yeah, this could end up being a big end for Team Fallon if
yeah.
Just wants to guard up
They can convert.
another try at the same head, I guess.
Yeah, it's a lousy time to be greedy. You know, you got the steal of 1 in the first end, and you're lying 3 in the house right now with a respectable guard shield up front at the moment. The only thing you're really scared of is the run back of the red stone on the center line.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty trivial run back. So Melvin is probably going to put a guard.
Oh.
I'm going to say he wants to put it 4 feet or so in front of that. Or if he freezes it, he wants it to be frozen, not dead nose, off at an angle, so that whatever collision occurs would throw the red stone off, not going straight back.
In sheet C, we had a flash through, so Bruce is looking to take out that red rock in the free guard zone, and
and this time it can actually stay out because we are past that 5 stone.
Yep.
Roll. And Melvin Stone, that's exactly as I said he was doing. He's got a guard. Maybe it's closer to 6 feet in front of that other stone, but that's fine.
Well done, Melvin.
Yeah, so he basically put it where he wanted.
The double run back's there, but I'm not going to try it.
Double run backs are tough. Because all you have to be is just the slightest bit off, and that didn't work. So Chris does have hammer this end, so Chris could consider a 2-rock game, using his first stone to set up a shot for the second one. But it looks like he's thinking about doing the raise on his red over here right now. Now the trick with that is he has to thread that between those other 2 reds. On the plus side, if he actually does thread it between those 2 reds, the line should be just about perfect to get to the yellow on the button.
And if he gets a slight tick off of either red, it could still work.
Depending on how much force he sheds off and that sort of thing, yeah. So it's definitely an angle play. He's looking at it.
On sheet C, the Beets rock just came up short. It's a guard just outside of the 12-foot. It looks like Bruce is going to be asking for that rock to be taken away.
All right, Chris Celi walking back towards the hack. Well, sliding back towards the hack, skating, whatever. And preparing to throw his first of 2 skip stones. He does have the hammer here in this second end. After the first end was blanked, and he started with the hammer. Oh, that was a flash through by Bruce's team.
Oops. They missed that red
so
rock.
That's as excellently as they curled, as both teams there on that sheet curled in the first end, they're kind of missing just as much this here second end. I don't know if they're just having a problem reading the ice or if they're just overthinking themselves.
Well, here comes Chris.
Chris's stone is coming by. He's looking for that.
It has got some good
He's
weight.
looking for that angle raise. It's close. It might be there. He's oh no, but it does move the guards around and also rolls one of his red into the rings enough to probably be second.
No, it's third. The red is third.
No, it's third.
Yeah,
Red is third.
third.
Yeah, yes. Okay. I forget that you guys have an easy view of the overhead. I don't.
It's above your head too if you look up.
You're right. Okay.
Never mind.
Another flash through on C. We've had a lot of rocks.
What's going on with the ice on C? Neither one of these skips is feeling crisp on the line calls yet.
Yep. Another take-it has been called on C, so we'll see if.
As Melvin Shaw skates down to take his shot on B. Bruce Black, Vice gets the chip out.
Yep. Hit it just enough to pull it wide and out of the house.
Yep, John Hale managed to make that go. And it looks like Tanya is planning on doing a hit and roll on the lonely yellow stone that's in the house right now.
And what's Team Fallon just, they're trying to draw in?
It looks like Team Fallon is trying to draw in, put themselves third with a 3. So that really that forces Chris. Well, I mean, they're probably also okay if it is short and it is a guard, because the only thing that they're really concerned about in terms of Chris being able to score right now would be a heavy draw that tapped that Yellowstone back.
All right, on sheet C, Dem Beets finally got a hit on that Yellowstone that was in the house, and it has been removed.
So the house is clear.
Yes, unfortunately, their rock spun the other way, so it did not stay.
So did that get over the hog line? It did not.
Just came up short.
Came up short.
Seemed like it had plenty of weight. It just kind of died rather quickly.
Yeah. All right, so Chris and Bill Engman taking a look. They can't be happy about what they're seeing. I mean, they're facing 2. They're facing 2, and there's not a nice, clean draw path.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly can draw down to the yellow and hold them to 1.
Yeah, and that looks like
we got the massage on the on the screen there on the webcast.
a little concerned there. I'll get over it, but okay.
Oh yeah, I guess you couldn't see what was going on there, could you, Alan?
I think I'm better off not having seen it, frankly.
Sometimes that is the case. All right, so Chris is getting ready to throw the hammer.
So really about all he's got is a long, difficult draw to cut down.
Yep.
And this is actually not looking promising on that front.
It's got to curl a lot.
It's got to curl a ton because it has to be very full 8-foot. It's not even going to touch the 8-foot on the way by.
Oh, it is.
I mean, okay, technically I guess it brushed the 8-foot as it went through, but that was a fail draw. So Melvin Shaw's team pretty sure takes 2. They're giving it a look to be sure, but from our angle, there's very few questions. Yep, they're kicking stones. Pretty sure that's a 2. Steal of 2 for Melvin. That's the second steal in a row. Puts them up 3-0 after 2.
Go Team Fallon.
Huh?
So the other sheets are all on skip rock still, so this sheet B is moving a bit faster at the moment.
They got a little bit ahead of the game when they played that first end in like 9 minutes.
Right, well, yeah, blank ends will tend to do that.
All right, Tanya's heading down to throw her second skip rock, it looks like.
And we have a skip stone coming up on sheet A. The Kretschy curling
hammer?
dynamo, yes.
Okay.
And Loudon Rocks getting ready to throw their hammer.
Oh my gosh! In the house, it looks like they're
And
sitting
against
4 red.
yeah, he's running. He's in a bad way right now.
Yeah,
he's trying to see what he can do against a house of 4 red. He's throwing it. It's coming.
And it
There's
is.
a
It
throwaway.
is hitting the side.
That was. I gotta believe that wasn't the plan.
Yeah, so that's 4
So that's a
red
steal of 4
on
red to make
sheet
that
A
6-0. Yes.
for the second end.
Yep. Now, Loudon Rocks, as I understand it, they're a set of relatively new curlers that curls out of the Arena Club in Loudoun County, Virginia. They haven't actually had a chance to play much this year yet, like possibly not even hardly at all. So the fact that they've had some rough experience in this tournament, not terribly surprising.
But they have been winning a few ends, so they haven't been doing horribly.
Yeah. And they've been in a lot of ends. It's just that one critical shot every end is just kind of caught them short. Jimmy Fallon throwing his second stone of the end here.
Looks like his plan is to take out that red one in the house.
Pretty much. And he'd love to roll behind that center guard for a bonus if he can. Got the hit. How much roll does he have?
It's rolling.
But it's rolling too much. Exposed on the other side. It does hang around open in the 8-foot on the other side of the house.
Yeah, that spun quite a bit.
Yes.
All right, over here on sheet C, we've got an empty house now.
And the last yellow rock coming in. Just trying to draw behind the guard.
Looks pretty good on the line.
Yep.
How's the weight? That's fine. That's a well-buried stone. Well done. Very deft touch. Very deft touch there by Bruce Black.
Yep.
Looking quite dapper with the gangsta hat action.
All right. Looks like Tanya's just going to try to draw in and outscore that yellow rock.
Yeah, I mean that's really all she's got.
Yep.
Doesn't help to hit.
Nope.
Not really.
It's the last rock.
And she's got, 5 feet to deal with because she's got. If for stone, he doesn't even need to touch the 4-foot. Really, just needs to be on the inner half of the 8-foot.
Yeah.
And that's enough. So Tanya's got to back herself to pull this off without too much trouble.
She's got a really big target, so
yeah.
That helps.
I can see the second yellow.
Yeah, that scoreboard hiding it before.
Yeah. Yeah. Just had to pull
All right,
that down.
Tanya's rock is coming in.
Feels a little heavy to me.
Yeah.
And John Hale's putting the broom to it. And yep, absolutely. So that is a steal.
Steal of 1.
Bruce Black steals 1, goes up 2-0 on sheet C.
Yeah, it was just a little too much weight on that red rock.
Yep, just a little. We are well into the third end here on our feature sheet, Sheet B. And looks like Melvin's calling for Steven Enochson to draw behind that center cover. Taking a very offensive posture, which you can do when you're up 2-0, having stolen in the second end.
Coming into the house here.
It's going to be deep. Back 8-ish.
Probably not quite as buried as they'd like.
No.
But generally speaking, the rocks in the back of the house, you don't want to be hitting it this early in the end.
Not most of the time. Chris might just call a sit on it. That wouldn't be a horrible idea. Although he's trying to get his 2 to tie this thing back up. So sitting against a stone in the back isn't really conducive to that.
Yep, looks like he's going for the top 4.
Yeah, that's probably the right call. So there's only one game that's still working its way through the second end here over on Sheet D, the Fall Guys against the Indies. And at the moment it looks like the Fall Guys have 2 in the 8-foot to lie 2 as the Indies are getting ready to throw the hammer. The really tricky part is there is a center guard that I can't tell perfectly, but it certainly looks like it's providing good coverage on both of those yellows, which is why the Indies skip is having a hard time figuring out what he can do about it.
Yep.
He could conceivably raise. What he may be trying to figure out is, does he have a line to do the raise double, which would be for 3. So that's probably what he's trying. If nothing else, as long as he gets the raise on the top yellow, that would at least probably, the shooter probably ends up as the shot or maybe second shot. If he manages to get both yellows out, he scores a 3 and feels really good about himself.
Yeah. That would be a really fabulous shot.
That would be a lovely shot. He pulls it off. It doesn't look like it's incredibly complicated as long as he can get to what he needs on the top stone. It's not straight. There is some angle, but...
Okay, that rock is coming down now.
It is coming down. Sweepers are on it hard.
Yeah. It's
Go to
got some weight.
Can you show the all houses?
Got the first one, got the second one. Oh, came crazy close.
Well, it cut him down by a point.
Did cut it
anyway.
down to the 1.
So 1 yellow on
One
sheet
yellow.
D.
Yep. That was within about 4 or 5 degrees of being a perfect shot. So that brings that score over there to 3-0 in favor of the Fall Guys.
Meanwhile, on our feature sheet, another draw down to freeze, I guess, or at least the
close
T-line.
to freeze, practical
Yeah.
freeze, yeah.
Yep.
And there is enough overlap. You could pop both of those out with a nose hit. Yep.
Yeah.
You probably lose your yellow in the process, but you're willing to make that sacrifice, frankly.
Because that yellow's not doing you any good.
Right. I mean, if you can skinny the red just enough to get the back red to go out over the top, great. But it's there, but it's by no means the important part.
Well, plenty of weight.
Yeah, Gilad's got the stone going. It's still trending out. It's not cutting back in yet.
Might get a little piece of it.
He's going to touch the top red, but he's not going to do anything. Well, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Well, that's better.
I mean,
They're now only...
they're exposed.
And yellow is second shot. So.
Yeah, yellow is second shot, most likely. Probably, almost certainly.
But like you said, yellow's exposed, so they can chip that out of there without much trouble.
Probably true.
I think they're going for. Is that right? They're heading for it?
That line, probably, yeah. Especially at that weight. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's just trying to nose that out and go into the skip stones with a nice little power triangle in the back there. So that was actually a draw line, not a hit line.
Yeah, I thought that looked a little light.
So I think he was trying to guard his 2 reds, but instead he's coming around that yellow, guarding nothing. I mean, he takes out the promote, I suppose.
That's probably about the worst place he'd want that rock, really.
Yeah, the only thing that accomplished is taking out a promote. So that was probably a missed shot by Matt Rosenbloom. Was that Matt? Yeah, that was Matt. Melvin Shaw skating back down to our end here, getting ready to deliver his first skips stone of this third end. Looks like he's planning on doing damage to those 2 reds. They are exposed.
Hopefully sticking around and rolling under a little bit.
I don't even know that he's particularly caring about that. Because actually
you probably want to hit on the outside.
The slash that he's going to need to hit to make it actually doesn't stick, in my opinion. You know, if the stone sticks, great, but he's not concerned about it.
Well, I mean, the broom's way out there, so it's not going to be really heavy.
It's not that far out there. It's that's a board weight hit. I'm not even sure that's going to put enough impetus into the system to take out both reds, frankly.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to.
Do you just want to maybe
just wants to be shot
on that top one? That's an interesting idea. Or is he just guard? I don't know why he'd be guarding it up. That doesn't make any sense. Past the guard. He's just trying to outdraw it, basically. He does not do so. He comes up short. I mean, it does make it so that red's only lying 1.
Yep.
And the stone is in a difficult to remove position. Not necessarily impossible, but difficult.
You're not going to remove it and stick around, that's for sure.
Not easily. Yeah, you can't hear this on the broadcast, but Enrique Kempenich, Gilad's father, actually is sitting next to our commentary position and discussing basically if Kress wants to have any prayer of getting 2 out of this, he's got to start coming around the other side of the sheet and hide behind and see if he can pour a couple stones in there. And judging from the line where Bill's got his broom, that's what he's got in mind.
Plenty of room to draw in there.
Yep. The only question is if he can get enough curl to get back to the center line, or even better yet would be slightly back over the center line. Hard to say if he can get there or not from the edge of the 8, which is where the broom is sitting. His ice has been pretty curly all week, so I'm thinking he can get there if he's got the weight right. It appears to me he's a little wide on the line, though.
Yeah.
Stone is starting to cut, but it might also be a tad heavy.
Yeah, it looks heavy.
Looks like it's going to go through.
Yeah, that's a through and through.
In and out.
Well, it's a good practice throw because he's going to need to try it again next time.
Probably.
next rock.
And Melvin could be considering figuring out a way to just lock this down and make it so that there's only a steal, only a take of 1 by red. But he's looking, appears to me like he's trying to plan on being aggressive and thinks that if he can win the race to the button, he might get a steal out of it, which is true.
So just going to try to tap up, it looks. Or is he going to try hitting the red? Landing on the red? I don't know. What do you think?
I'm looking.
Giving that red a good bump.
Feels like a kind of a tap draw kind of thing.
Yep.
He's not really looking to move the red so much. I mean, yeah, it will. If he's going to tap it enough, he only really needs to move it a couple inches, and then he's just going to sit there and challenge Celi to deal with it. stone is on the way. Gabe had a momentary pause before he started. I'm sorry, not Gabe, Gilad.
Now it's going to be promoting theirs.
Yep, that overcurl.
No, it hit the
Didn't
guard.
actually. Does he have enough to? Nope.
No.
No,
So-
it bumped off.
short.
It bumped off the guard, rubbed the guard a little.
Okay. That scrubbed off enough weight that the Squirtle squad is definitely lying. One is getting ready to throw the hammer. Has a relatively open draw from our right to our left. That all he has to really do is a solid bite of the forefoot, and he takes 2. Sweepers got on it awfully quick as though they're concerned about the weight. Needs to curl a little bit. It is not touching the forefoot on the curl yet. Okay, here comes the bend. Now, do they have the weight right or are they over-sweeping? I'm a little concerned they might be over-sweeping. No, they're giving it just enough sweeping. Full
Perfect.
forefoot, 2 red, tie game, I believe. Yes, tie game after 3.
Keeping the game interesting.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, they just posted the score on sheet A. That's 2 red.
So that makes that 8-0 over there.
For Kretja, however you pronounce that.
For the Kretja Curling Dynamo. Again, fighting to get to the Sunflower and/or Nightingale event semifinals.
They're down to skip stones on sheet C.
Looks like gonna make it across the hog. It's gonna be close. Yes.
Yep, just passed. So Team Black on sheet C has already thrown their first skip stone. Tanya and Alison are down in the house discussing what the play should be.
And a corner guard.
And in other news that violates copyright, Maryland is currently beating Ohio State 13-10.
Wow.
Yes, the Ohio State, as opposed to the other Ohio State.
Nice draw behind the
That
guard.
is a very well executed draw behind guard by Bill Engman.
Although it is a very high guard, so we can still get to that
Sure.
rock if you want to.
All right, Tanya's throwing her first skip rock over on sheet C. Alison's calling for sweeping over there.
Heard contact.
And they contacted the...
Yeah, bumped a guard in instead of
Yes.
hitting the rock they wanted to.
Yep.
All right,
That
Jimmy
was not what they
Fallon's second
intended.
stone is coming in. Melvin did ask him to try to bring kind of a lightweight, tappy touch takeout. Feels like, yep, there was a clip on the guard. Not going to be hard enough to be a free guard zone violation, so it does peel the guard. Or, no, it does
Move.
move the guard, does not peel the guard. So the stone in the house is now exposed again. Chris is now saying, all right, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Now that the guard's over here, put a stone behind that.
So Bruce throwing his last yellow rock on sheet C.
And he's taking it seriously because he has once again gangsted up the half. All right, so this stone is either a little heavy or was just way offline. Not sure which, but it's not going to curl behind that cover. It's going to tap the stone in the house. It's not going to be hard enough to take it out. It tapped it back basically just past the tee line. They are in a pretty good line. Melvin asking Steven to angle it out and roll to the opposite side of the forefoot, basically.
And Bruce's rock is too heavy and goes right through.
So is Tanya currently sitting one, drawing for two now then? Is that, or is, so got the hit.
Looks like Tanya might be.
Can't be just a straightforward draw because Tanya wouldn't be spending this long over it. So she must have to.
No.
She must be concerned about something.
No.
I can't see the house well enough to know.
No, it's yellow is sitting 3.
Yeah.
Yellow sitting 3. Okay, so that red that I see is not currently.
Not counting.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So but if she sits on it, well, she'll outcount 2 of the yellows.
Okay.
But
Or
so
just a pure. I mean, the buttons.
Right.
The buttons clearly
right.
open.
So she wants to do better than sitting on it, but she's using it as backing just in case.
Sure. How good does the draw have to be?
Has to be in the forefoot.
Okay.
Yeah, touching for her.
Yeah.
All right, Celi had the yellow stone removed just now and is rolling out. Red is sitting 1 behind cover over here on the left. As Tanya
Let's do the 50% view. We'll see the house on sheet C here.
Ah, now I see. She's drawing against 3. Okay.
Yep.
The hook rock will be coming in about 10 seconds here.
And the sweepers are on it. It's just now crossing the hog. They're sweeping it hard. I don't know if this has the mustard.
No, Alison is rushing out there to help sweep as well.
I don't know that this has the mustard.
Come on.
It's
not quite.
Is it enough?
Nope. That's 1
No,
yellow.
it's enough for a cut down to 1. It did cut it to 1. But it is only 1. So Bruce
1 yellow.
apparently steals 1 to go up 3-0 Team Black over Beets.
2 steals of 1 in a row here.
Yeah.
All right, Melvin draws in to the side of the button. Judging from Steven Enochson's response, that was not what they had in mind. Not 100% sure why. I don't really see anything inherently wrong with it. It's exposed a little bit. I don't know if they were wanting to get fully buried or what, but so Matt Rosenbloom throwing his, trying to take it out. Just a question of whether it has enough cut. Boy, does it have enough cut. That's, yeah, the stone delivered by Matt Rosenbloom. Either he's got a knuckler in his arsenal, or it chipped on something and decided to make the left, but they made the left right into what it needed. So it worked out for him really well, frankly, because they've got the 2 touching the forefoot, kind of behind guards. There is an opening, but it's a tight line.
Oh, they're going for the hit. Yeah, first they're talking about going for the draw into the little pocket there,
Yeah,
but now he's going for the hit.
Yeah, and then Gilad totally talked Melvin into this shot. So this is, if this does not work, it is completely on Gilad. On the other hand, if it works, it's all Gilad. So Gilad backing himself to make this go, and Melvin, being kind of the casual guy he is letting him do it. Is he in the curve? He's peeling the guard, which really doesn't hurt their... They got enough stones left in the end. That's not really a problem. So guard peel is not an issue. Chris is putting it back. No, that is not the right broom to put it back, I don't think. Well, maybe it is.
I think he wants to guard the draw down. to the
To the button.
or yeah, the draw into the pocket even. Anything guarding that path.
Sure. Or he's relying on there to be a lot of cut in this ice, which there may well be. It's already moving. It's already moving.
Yep, that's effectively blocking that draw to the pocket anyway.
Yeah, but it is, and unfortunately that does leave Melvin exactly what he just proved.
Exactly what we know what Gilad was going to go for because he went for it last time.
Yeah, exactly. It's what he wanted to throw the first time, so he's throwing it again.
Taking less ice this time.
Well, and there's less guard, so he likes his odds, and I can't blame him. Nice clean push out.
It's still a little wide to get double. I think it's going to jam.
I'm not even 100% sure he's got touch. Yeah, it's a jam line. Yep. And the shooter also rolls out. So red is lying too. They're both exposed right now. But Celi saying with his first, he basically is looking for a scoring guard. It's kind of a nibble of the 12-foot in front of their stone in the 4-foot. Celi's first stone coming out. He does not have the hammer this end, so he's trying to guard up his position. They're feeling like it's a little stiff. They're not wrong. They want it to curl some. It's not curling yet. Here comes the curl, but it's going to be very heavy. Yeah, I think he's going to freeze to his own.
Little tap.
Little tap, maybe?
Tiny tap.
Tiny tap. Basically frozen. There is air, so angle, but they're dead on the nose, so you're not really getting rid of both. I don't think Melvin has enough strength in his arsenal to take both of those out with that nose freeze there.
Yeah, they got.
Now, what he does have is Gilad looking at him, and the angle hit. If he hits the angle hit, that could spill everything. That would be an interesting idea.
Get all three.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Precision shot. Put it that way.
Yeah, it's not really that precise. As long as he can bash that top red into the other two. At the very least, everything gets moving. Now, that's not what he's doing. Ah, come on, Melvin. Play the circus shot. You know you wanna.
Well, if it was the last rock, he probably would.
And for those of you who happen to be in the area, the Brooms Up truck is still here for apparently another 90 minutes, according to our Spiel coordinator, Bo. So if you happen to be in the neighborhood, come on by, watch some curling live, pick up some curling stuff, and bar's open. Just saying. All right, Melvin pushing out for his delivery. Sweeper got on it quick, and it's not just a clean. Well, now he's off of it. Now sweepers are definitely on it. Past the guard. He is past the guard. He's looking for a delicate draw, apparently.
And he's got it.
He's got it. If he's got the length right. Does he have the length right?
Oh, yeah.
Probably, he's got the length right. He's definitely shot. Now, it is, no, I take that back. I was going to say it's exposed, but that's a lie.
Yeah.
Now, it's not that far. The red on the center line is only about 2 feet above it. The red would have to come in a little bit of an angle to get to the nose to take it out, but that appears to be, yep, that's what Chris is looking at. Well, he's looking at it. He hasn't called it yet. He's thinking about calling it. He's going to call it. That's the shot he's going for. He's going for the raised take. He's going to knock his red, try to bring it over enough to either get to the nose of the yellow or even just past the nose a little bit is fine. Take out the red, take out the yellow, I'm sorry. The red that he is hitting should stick in that neighborhood pretty well. And actually, the shooter probably hangs out in the top 12 foot, slightly right of the point of impact. So if he makes this go, he could be laying 4. He could also, yeah, as Enrique is just saying, he could also very easily lose the 2 that he's got playing. It's a dangerous shot. It's a make or break kind of thing. This is very wide, still drifting out. I think he's missing everything. Yeah, it's a clean miss. He missed everything.
So 1 yellow left. What do you think it can draw?
It is the hammer, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason not to. He just needs to find the full 4.
Yep.
I'm kind of wondering if Chris was concerned that if he was scared of that shot, but he really shouldn't have been, because he didn't. Even in the worst case, if he'd lost those 2 red, he wouldn't be facing a situation any worse than he's facing now. The worst he could be facing was yellow drawing for 2, which is exactly what he's going right now. I think he just overslid and just overshot.
The pressure of being on the webcast.
It happens. It is a real thing. All right, Melvin's hammer is on the way. Team Shaw certainly getting 1 this end, trying to get a second to go up 4-2. Yes, trying to go up 4-2 after 4. Sweepers are working it hard. It does need to cut in a little bit more. I don't think it's quite there on the angle yet. It's too deep.
Yeah, a little too much sweeping.
Yellow 1.
Yep. But
so makes it 3-2 after 4.
over on sheet C, this is what the John Hale's first skip rock, I guess.
John Hale's not skip. John has vice.
Oh, vice. That's what I meant.
Probably his
that's
first vice, or it might be a second vice.
Okay.
I can't. I'm looking to count stones. 1, 2, 3. 4,
anyway, he makes a beautiful shot and
second
beautiful
vice,
roll.
That's the 6th stone, so it's second vice. So now we're getting into red throwing their second vice, and then we'll throw some skip rocks over. Just as a reminder, these games are not guaranteed to go 8 ends. They have an hour 50, and they finish the end that they're on at that hour 50 mark. The games started at 4:30. They're basically an hour in right now, meaning they have their 50 minutes, 49 technically. At 6:20 p.m., the bell will be rung, and they finish that end. Basically, teams have to be playing about 15 minutes an end to get all 8 in. And really, the only sheet that is really on that pace, sheet A and sheet B are. Sheet A, that game is a little one-sided at the moment, so that game's just kind of going as it's going. But our feature game on sheet B is playing a good pace. They'll be able to make 8 as long as nothing weird happens. The games on C and D, they're in danger of falling behind that speed.
I'm showing the house on sheet C now so we can see if this run back double, is that what they're trying?
Make it?
I don't know if it's a run back double or a run back single. And nope, just feel.
They're just guarding that up.
Yep, they put up a nice. It overcurled a little bit. The inner edge is now is exposed. Chris could have Bill Engman go after it.
Looks like he's thinking about it.
He's thinking. Yep, he's throwing a hack. Yep, he's throwing a hack at it.
There we go.
So,
all right, Bill.
Exposed a corner. When you expose a corner, the other team goes for it.
Stone's been released.
It's a little wide, but not bad. Here comes the curl. Okay, it's past that top red. Is it going to cut back enough to get there? Yes. Did it put enough impetus in to remove it? It did not. It only moved it to the back 12. And the shooter also
Spills out.
Spills out. Nope, did not hang it. I just heard Melvin say a 5 is good. That tells me he's planning on drawing this in behind the covers.
Sheet C, Bruce throwing his first skip rock.
We're just escorting that rock down right now, staying with it.
All right, now they're John Hale putting a little bit of a broom to it. So they pumped that in. There's now 3 yellow in the house. Might even be 4 yellow. I can't tell if the yellow that's up in the top 12 is above the closer than the red in the back or not.
Can we see the house on C real quick, Ken?
Go.
And I still can't tell.
Yeah, it looks like the red and the yellow right at the edge of the
Yeah, it's tight.
8 foot there.
They're both tight.
That would definitely be a measure.
That
in
would
my
be that would
opinion.
potentially be a measure. Now, obviously, that's the players on the ice's call. But it's looking like, but there's still several stones left this end, so the situation can change.
Our future sheet, the Squirtle squad just put a rock in to be shot there.
And Melvin's going after it and asking Steven Enochson to hit it and roll behind the 2 yellows over just to the left of the center line. Steven Enochson is making that shot now. He's a little wide at the moment, and he's not coming back real fast. He is not going to get the cross. He is going to get the take, but his shooter's going to roll out and not roll behind the cover. So he at least did get the take
Hit
out.
the sideline, so it's out of play.
Yeah, he at least did get the take out.
Yeah. All right, let's see what they're doing here on sheet C. Are we down to hammer? No, not yet.
Shouldn't be. We're down to Bruce's last. So he's trying to figure out how to defend his current steal of 3.5, we're going to call it.
I like 3.5, Alan. That's a good way to put it right now.
Right now, he's looking to steal 3.5, and he's going to try to basically what it looks like he's trying to do is he's going to put a guard in front of what is actually a shot stone. He'll probably try to leave that high enough so that even if Tanya hits it, her stone does not roll in to damage the 3 that are currently scoring. I feel like this might be a little bit of a narrow group for that, but Bruce has been throwing on the sheet all day. I have not, so he might know what he's doing.
All right.
He's pushing out, and the stone is on its way.
Heard somebody holler heavy. I don't know if that's a...
I don't think that was related to that shot, because that looks like it's going to be a 2-guard, and they're scrubbing it a little. That's a perfectly fine, that's a marvelously placed guard.
Well done,
That
Bruce.
is a perfectly placed guard. So,
Well done.
Tanya Mulvey
She's got her...
left. She has her work cut out for her.
Yeah.
So really what she has, as far as I can tell, she's got to draw into the button. The path appears to be clear enough. She could probably catch the side of the button at the tee line, which would be one. If she's a little heavy, she taps up against that yellow in the just behind the 4-foot, and
that would be more of a damage control.
That potentially potentially scores her one, potentially is a steal of one. But even that's, like you said, that is a damage control. So giving up one is far better than giving up 3.
Oh, definitely.
That half point will kill you.
You never want to end up with a half.
You never want to end up with a half point. Now, the danger here, as always, I mean, the pressure, no matter who you are, drawing against 3.5 it sucks. Because you get in your head and you're like, okay, I can't mess this up. And unfortunately, that frequently makes you have to mess it up. Tanya has pushed out. She has released. So she has committed. The stone will do what the stone is going to do. It feels like a little heavy. Like she's going to chop that yellow.
It's really got some
She didn't call a draw.
momentum.
She crawled, hit that yellow, and rolled to the inside.
Oh.
It did not occur. She hit the yellow. It did not roll.
Can't see the house.
So it's not going to be 3.5. It's going to be 1 and maybe 2.
Let's go for the 50%.
Yeah, we need to.
It's going to be 1 and maybe 2. I think they're saying the red is closer. They're getting those out of the way.
They might be doing
nope,
a measure.
It's a measure. Oh, please don't put your broom like that. Please don't put your broom like that when you do that.
Is that not?
Yeah, because when you do that, it's very dangerous because you can accidentally hit the rock with your broom and move it.
Okay.
And it doesn't add anything. It doesn't provide any safety. So it's never do that.
So it looks like.
Thank you.
Looks
I'm
to
a
me
new
like
curler,
red.
so I'm just.
This has been a public service announcement from the United States Curling Association Officiating Corps.
Looks to me like red, but it may be an optical illusion with a T line. So.
Yeah,
We'll have to wait.
This is definitely a measure.
They're going to counterclockwise. Oh, all right. Somebody needs to hold a session on how to do measuring. We need to have a measuring clinic.
Oh,
it's all right.
So when you're like in Australia, do you go clockwise?
If you're curling in Australia, you can go counterclockwise. But here in North America, we prefer clockwise. And we also don't like going back and forth like that. Okay, it's okay. These are typical club. This is how club curlers tend to do measurements.
They haven't had the training you have, Fallon.
Exactly. I've done hundreds of these in far too much supervision. It's okay, but John usually knows better. I feel like that's a total miss, so I feel like it's yellow.
They're not telling us.
They're not saying. They're not telling us. Was it yellow? Was it red? Was it purple?
Well,
I don't know. I think the purple one might win.
we know at least one yellow.
We know it was one yellow. And John puts up 2 fingers.
Two.
Okay,
Yellow.
2 yellow.
Okay. So steal of 2, up 5-0 after 4 in this game that is probably only going 7 because they are the slowies.
Well done, Team Black. All right. So we just started the skip rocks on our feature.
All house view will actually see, because the other houses are kind of getting interesting too.
That's a mess.
Yeah, the house on the feature sheet is
currently a mess that is 2 yellow as Chris is getting ready to throw his first skip's stone.
Oh.
What does he have in mind? I don't know that he knows.
Well, we never put the score up for sheet A, so it's showing the wrong end.
Yeah.
So A is 4. Is that right? No, 3.
Yeah, it's 11-0. Was that a 3?
3. 3.
From the correct curling dynamo.
Yeah.
It's definitely turning out to be a very one-sided game.
Now we got the right house showing.
Okay.
So that's what sheet A looks like now.
Oh.
So it's red sitting 3, so it's still not looking good for Loudon.
It's not looking good. Yeah, it's not really improving their situation. Okay, Chris has an idea. I'm not sure what his idea is, to be honest.
We will find out soon.
Sure. Yes, we will. I mean, I am looking at the broom that Bill has laid out, and I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what the plan is.
I think he might be trying to promote one of his reds into the house.
But the broom that he's got, he's going to hit that yellow if anything, which I suppose he could be topping the yellow into the red, or he may just be attempting to try to clear a path. Sometimes you just gotta clear some granite.
All right, where's oh, there's our house.
Okay. So
Well,
pop that.
We kind of missed what happened.
Well, yeah, but that's okay because so did Chris. That did not. That did not improve his situation in the slightest.
No, it's added to the mess of guards.
Yeah,
So there's no way getting through those guards now.
Chris is in a situation commonly referred to as a world of hurt.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the best view right now. And really, Melvin's only problem right now is how does he not screw this up?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was Melvin, I think I'd be happy to take a steal of 2 and call it good, and I'd just kind of try to lock this down and try to
block it up some more.
Block it up a little bit more and just, take a steal and move on. But it looks like he's either drawing around from the left from our left to our right, as we're seeing the screen right now, or possibly lightly tapping up that yellow that's on the left of the guard line.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way it's a direct draw. It must be calling for the tap.
You have a compelling argument. So, yeah, and Gabe I heard Gabe talk, shout out, just top 4. So really, Melvin's just kind of going for a delicate tap there. The danger here is if he messes this up badly enough, he could open up a draw line for Chris.
Oh, we've got some hollering.
I feel like Gilad is not sure that Melvin didn't just mess it up. He's past the guard. He's
going to hit the red. He's tapping the red.
But not enough to change things. Okay.
Just adds to the mess.
Yeah. All right. So what?
So now we're down to Chris's hammer.
Chris's hammer. Hammer time. Draw path. Is there? There's possibly. A
Sorry,
draw
I was
path.
on mute. Can't touch this.
Exactly. Okay. So double raise promote. That is his plan. He is hitting that. There's the 2 reds. Slightly overlapped at the right-hand edge of the 8-foot. He is attempting to tap, promote, and he needs to put it in the 4-foot to get 1. Degree of difficulty, high. Likelihood of success, low. Possible, also yes.
But it also is that he doesn't even have a better shot at this point. He might as well try.
Right. Number of better options, 0.
0. All right, we got some sweeping.
Sweepers are trying to keep the line. We're about to have
I don't know if it's heavy enough.
Might be tap. There's the
House.
tap. There's the tap.
No, it's not heavy enough. It didn't go anywhere.
Didn't move anything.
2 yellows for Team Fallon.
So there was possibly a draw line from the left to the right that might have got to the 4-foot. But I feel like that was probably more likely to be a cut down draw.
Yeah.
So Chris made the more offensively minded shot.
You gotta try something at that point.
Well, yeah. But so now he's down, I'm going to say 5-2. Yes, now he's down 5-2 after 5.
So on sheet D, they did post a score for the 4th end. It's 2 yellow in the 4th end. For the Fall Guys.
We're going to be in the house. What's for dinner?
And it's a solid 12.
Yep. Alrighty, Bill's getting ready to throw his first rock of this 6th end for them. Looks like they're going to try the takeout. That rock is in the house, so it can be removed. Looks like it's going wide. So it's going to be a guard. That could have been what they had planned all along, and I just misread it.
Over on sheet A, they didn't post a score, which may mean that they're just playing for fun now and that they're not bothering to post it.
At some point, it just becomes practice.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with practice.
Play on good ice while they can before going back to your Zamboni ice.
So over here on our sheet, our feature sheet D, B. I'll get my letters right one of these days. They just promoted their yellow rock into the house, to the back of the house, and it's not quite as guarded as that they would like. So looks like Belle's going to try to come around.
Just do a regular draw
and use that yellow as a guard.
And I think he's trying to use their own red as a guard, I believe.
Yeah. Ken, you're absolutely right. It is curling that way.
Yep. And it's not really buried, but half, less than half. Yeah. Hittable, and that's what they're going for. Gonna get it hit. Rolling out probably. No, they're gonna stay. Yes. It's in play, but not counting.
Did this fall off?
All right, here we are in the 6th. Celi fighting against a 5-2 deficit. Also facing 2 stones in the house.
And now Jamie joining us here.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
You're there, but quiet.
Okay.
To get it closer to your mouth.
Ah, gotcha. All right, how's that?
Yeah, much better.
Hi, everybody. What are we watching?
Some curling.
Oh, neat.
Glad you could join us for it.
I see Potomac versus Potomac here on sheet B.
Yeah, it's actually the same last. Now that I think of it, last draw was also Potomac versus Potomac on B.
Well, we've got Potomac on C, too.
Oh, yeah.
Between Watt versus Mulvey. Nice roll.
Yeah, Team Fallon is definitely on a roll.
Trying for a hit and roll here. And it's going to be a hit. Will they get the roll? Maybe. Nope. Going to go out. still kind of quiet there, Jamie.
Yep. Okay.
Use your outside voice.
Well, I think I am.
Yeah, that's better now.
All right. I'll just talk like I'm actually talking to someone. So they're just looking for the straight draw here. Yeah, I see the nod from Alan. Expert in all things corner.
Might be bumping into the
It's a
yellow.
little light.
Not
here.
hardly expert at all.
Oh, no, that's coming around.
Yeah, it's going to bump the yellow.
On the back.
Counting, but not ideal location.
A little exposed. He likes control.
Yeah, they can chip it out if they hit it a little off nose.
Yeah, they'd have to get to the nose, which is almost guarded. Not really, but
I mean, they don't care too much about losing their yellow in the back of the
Yeah.
house there either.
yeah.
Well, they're leading in the sixth, right?
Yep.
What's our stop time?
They're on pace to probably play the full 8. They're the only game that is.
All right. Looks like it's going to come on the inside of that stone.
Clear the guard. Oh, nice clean
Nice.
extraction.
Little applause from the crowd here at that shot. Chris looking for options.
Roll do a nice place there. I mean, you never like being in the back of the house, but if you're going to be in the back of the house, at least be behind guards.
Yeah.
But Chris can draw down to it. I think that's, he can draw down and use it as backing.
Sit on it.
Yeah.
Yellow has hammer. They can bring this game end under control.
And it's loads of weight. Maybe too heavy. Is it going to curl?
Doesn't look like it's slowing down the way it might have. Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, it's coming in.
Yeah, it's coming down.
Bill
and
pushing it.
It's in the line. It's probably going to be
Oh,
shot.
actually, it wasn't heavy at all. No.
Nice draw.
Oh.
Did slow down.
Nice.
Yep.
It is exposed from where I'm sitting. You can get past the nose of it. So Melvin could probably pick it out with a down weight.
Or just chip it out up weight on the
Yeah.
outside. So one either way.
Yeah, no,
It's hard
with
to
that,
get.
Yeah, with that broom, he's planning on slashing across.
Yeah, it'd be hard to get past the nose with that guard there. It'd be really hard.
Yeah,
Because it's not far from the
It
guard.
wouldn't really be that hard, but Melvin's calling the slash. If this was a hockey game, the ref would be getting ready to blow his whistle and throw his arm across his
I was
leg.
going to say, if this was a rock group, it would be the lead guitarist for Guns N' Roses.
Slash.
Slash. Yep.
At least I was keeping my obscure reference to ice.
Yeah, you were. I'm impressed.
Oh, control up the call. Looks like it's drifting a bit little left, so that'll touch it most likely. Yeah. Steven trying to push it.
Yeah,
Get that
I don't
directional
think
sweeping going.
it's gonna
but
go.
he's gonna
Well,
get the
no,
chip.
actually, I take it back. It was enough.
Nicely done.
Happy
So,
to sit free with-
Didn't even hit that rock in the back, straddling the back line.
I wish I
It's
could
like-
miss that well. Gilad
Very-
shaking his head.
Very clean extraction. So Bill just wants to block up that hole, maybe? Oh no, he's drawing. Sorry, getting my rocks mixed up. He wants to draw and do the same thing again, but bury it this time.
Yeah, he needs to. They need to. Yeah, Chris basically needs to shoot same shot a little better. Much as there was a team at my 5-year Dykes whose name was Same Shot Less Suck.
actually, I think that's on one of the stones here.
Yeah. Yep.
It is. Someone actually paid to
Yeah.
have that engraved on a stone. The handle part of the stone.
Is it gonna clear the guard? No, it's not gonna clear the guard.
bumped.
So exposed again,
So
but
that was, yeah, so unfortunately that was same shot or suck.
yeah, well,
And yeah,
I can't quite tell who's counting. They might be counting, although I think the yellow's
but they're
counting.
totally and completely
Yeah.
exposed. So they're counting now. They won't be counting in approximately 35 seconds,
Unless something goes horribly wrong.
which is mathematically possible. But
There is crap on the ice occasionally. I've seen it happen.
I've made it happen.
yeah,
Sorry.
I have fallen victim to that before.
It's like, wait, I told you to. Yeah, right.
Over on sheet D, C, this looks like hammer for Tanya.
It is.
What's she facing?
You want to do the 50%?
A mess. A mess.
So Tanya's trying to. So yellow's just only sitting one. So somehow she's got to outcount it.
Switched back or not?
Well, let's just leave it this way since the rock's coming in now anyway. And
Yellow.
jams.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, there's Tanya's shot. So it didn't help. Still one yellow. So another steal of one for Team Black.
Yeah, so while you were watching that, Melvin overcooked something badly and kind of messed up his own world
Yep,
there.
hit the guard, ticked off the guard, and yeah. I wouldn't say messed up his world too terribly. It's
Well, so
it's still.
I would.
Or no, that was
I
that was
would
his last
because, yeah,
rock.
that was
Okay.
his last stone
Okay. I was
because
thinking
that's
he
the
still
hammer.
had another rock left, in which
No.
case, but no.
He does not. So Celi has an opportunity to take a 2 with his hammer to cut the gap to 5-4.
A has decided they're done. Handshakes. Final score.
A lot to not
11-0.
remedy.
Yeah,
They stopped
final posted score. I believe there was another score in there that was never posted.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, they kind of left it at 11-0 after 4 ends.
Yeah, kind of a lot to not remedy.
So we're going to.
And there's the draw for 2 on
And
sheet
perfectly
B.
executed. You could do it better, but not by much.
All right, so that 2 red
Yep, 2 red.
on.
But sheet B brings us to 5-4,
Yeah.
Yeah, keep.
making a game of it.
Oh yeah.
And I believe Jamie has gone back to the kitchen before I had an opportunity to tell him that it was a marvelous dinner. So if you're on the web stream and wondering, should I come to a Potomac Bonspiel? Yes, you should, because we will feed the heck out of you. Just saying. I have it on good authority that there will be cake for dessert later. I like cake. All right, we are starting the 6th end here on our feature sheet, sheet B.
With a nice center line guard.
Yep. And we're also starting we're into the 6th end on sheet C. Still throwing guards over there.
Might as well take a look at sheet D while we're doing
Yeah,
the
let's
first
please,
couple of
because
rocks.
I see 16 stones in play over there. What's going on over there? Let's see here. Red is lying 1, yellow is lying 2. We are getting ready to throw. What are we getting ready to throw? We are throwing the red hammer. So red trying to figure out a way to make 2 out of it, which would actually make this a 5-3
Yeah, I mean,
game.
they got that yellow backing. They just need to bump into that yellow or draw,
Yeah.
and they got there too.
So they're throwing with some weight, so I think they're going with the bump you were talking about. Sweepers are still on it. Nope, they just came off.
And
They
it
chopped out a
crashes.
guard. But it is 1.
So 1 red.
So, yep, 1 red makes it 5-2, I believe.
Yep, that's correct.
Yep. And just a reminder of the stakes over that in that game over on sheet D. The winner ends up 3rd place in their pool, so they'll be playing in the what are they? Sunflower and Nightingale semifinals. That's either you look at it as either the B or the C event, but it's not B or C. They're equivalent because it's going to be the second place teams from one pool playing against the third place teams from the other pool. So theoretically, all of the second place teams could make the finals. It's a kind of a unique way of handling it. I kind of like it. It's interesting.
Got a question on the chat about the Squirtle Squad's leads broom flat. Is Bill leading?
You're talking about? Are they talking? Bill is not. Well, Bill is throwing first, although he takes the house over.
Yeah. So Bill. Yeah. So it's Bill's broom. So Bill's broom does have a good story. He's actually made his little handle on his broom himself. It's actually a bicycle. What is it? Some bicycle part thing. I forget what.
Like one of the bars, one of the weight bars kind of thing for a bicycle. Kind of. What's it for? What's that extra bar for? What's he do with it?
So he has his broom flat on the ice and then uses that handle. That's his handle.
That's just kind of his handle.
His stabilizing
handle as he's
Oh,
sliding.
look at that! But he is absolutely covering the button there. The button has disappeared.
Yeah, there is no button. What happened to the button? They stole our button. So in the fifth end, Team Black did steal yet another one. So they are up 6-0 over Beets. Going through 5. Everything's just not quite. Tanya's just not catching the brakes, basically.
Oh, there goes that beautiful button cover. You see the button again.
It happens. I see the button again. Oh well.
Yeah. So actually, Bill was talking to when I was here at Glitter, Bill was talking to the Brooms Up guy to see if Brooms Up would be interested in his little handle, if he made a bunch of the broom handle things.
What did Brooms Up say? Thanks, no?
He said he'd think about it, sort of thing. But
okay. So yeah, thanks, no.
And another hit. Didn't roll undercover.
Does not roll over the button, but you know.
Well, didn't roll either way. Either roll would have been better than where it is. And another hit. Trading hits. Well, I should say another call for another hit. Clears the guard. So spills, but it gets the hit. They don't mind that.
Not at all.
Don't mind spilling.
All right, where are we at? So Chris looking to draw behind his 2 center guards.
Well, that doesn't look so great. They're guarding a lot of the left side, but there's nothing behind there, unfortunately.
Yeah. So
That last rock bumped one of their guards, and then
yeah. So right now, what Chris is trying to figure out is a way to force Melvin to 1, because he'd like to be down 2 with the hammer. I mean, if he can steal, great. That's okay too.
yeah.
But
Right now, trying to clear some guards.
Oh, gee.
yeah,
Yeah.
Melvin is having Gilad just blow stuff up.
Backyard
Blow it
wave.
up real good.
goes
Okay.
one.
Well,
Only took out one, but that's all right.
There's still lots of rocks left. At this point, getting rid of one guard is not a problem.
Yeah.
all right. So final on A. Any updates on C? It's 6-0.
C is 6-0 after 5. We're throwing skip stones into 6th end. That game is probably only going 7 because there's only 12 minutes left in the period.
Okay.
The game on D is also in 6, so they're probably only going 7. That game is
0. No, what is that score?
6-2, 5-2, 5-2 right now.
5-2.
Uh-oh.
Did that go through? No.
No.
It's in the back. It is actually
Ooh.
currently shot.
Oh, how about that?
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
5-2.
I guess we can't really tell for sure because
Yeah, it
the
is.
angle of the camera, we can't really tell.
No, the other two are biters.
Okay.
So,
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Probably true. But it is, and actually it's well behind the guard. It's not perfectly behind the guard, but it is well behind the guard. So it's well defended. If Melvin has Gilad hit it, he probably loses his shooter.
A lot of yelling on sheet C as they're trying to get
Get
get shot,
tight.
and I think they did.
I don't
Can
know.
you do the
50%?
50% house view? See what they got in there. Yes, yellow is shot.
Yellow is shot.
Holy buckets. Look at that mess.
Red is second,
That's a
and
very
another
mixed-
yellow just barely third.
Yeah, that's a very mixed doubles end house kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there goes another
There
guard.
goes another guard.
Oh, and they rolled over to guard there,
Oh,
not
that's-
counting rocks.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, there's a straight, clear path to the red in the back.
yeah. So that's. And
So-
Chris is saying, I would like my guard back. No, he's changing his mind. He's drawing in. For a second, it looked like he was thinking about drawing in front and putting the guard back, but
Yeah, trying
he
to
just
guard
went
his
for
rock in the back,
yeah,
but
he just went for the more offensive play, which is to pull into the 8-foot behind that triangle of yellow stones.
Good thinking.
He would be lying too, and that, assuming he gets where he wants to go, that red stone would be pretty inaccessible because that triangle makes it very difficult to do any raises, and it would be hard to draw with enough force to pull it out as long as he got buried into the pile.
We have a question from the chat.
What's up?
Any resources on how to learn to deliver with the broom flat on the ice like Squirtle's squad leader is doing?
yeah, we talked about that already. That's Bill's fancy broom handle
Right.
that
but-
his
so
own
they're
invention.
They're asking about
Ah.
resources to learn how to do that. So
My
you're
apologies, I'm behind.
probably not gonna find very many because it's not really the recommended way to do it. Because
Ooh.
if you've got the head of the broom and the tail of the broom both on the ice, you can cause damage to the ice. Now Bill doesn't. The handle kind of helps with that. Actually, it helps him not be pressing down quite as bad as some people do. But really, that's not the preferred way to do it. So you're not really going to find any books on it or anything like that. Your best bet's probably just find somebody who has a delivery like that and ask them. Because just about everybody who has a delivery like that learned it themselves. They developed it themselves.
Yep, just give it a try, see what works for you.
Yeah.
All right, here comes Melvin Stone.
Yes. All the way.
Can I overcurl?
No, it's got
here
the
we go,
red.
here we
No, it's
go,
got
here
it,
we
It's
go.
got the red, and it's gonna
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
sort of it's not actually covered. For a second, I thought it was rolling to cover. It's not.
But it is shot rock.
It is definitely shot rock.
So-
And Chris is getting ready to throw his final stone of the end.
The question is, can Chris cross the nose and hide?
Say crisscross.
Yeah.
Well, so really all Chris needs to do is take that out and roll to about where Brill's got the broom. And that would it wouldn't force. Melvin would have a chance to do a double, but it would be a hard double. He would probably He'd be in a good situation for either a force or potentially the steal. Not ideal, but not horrible.
That rock sitting in their back is going to
currently
help a lot
shot,
if they
so
make this shot.
It's standing very tall right now. I hear Bill saying it's got to curl, and he's right. It does have to curl. He's not there yet. He's not there yet. He's got contact, but it's not solid contact. That's a problem. That is giving Melvin Shaw a nose hit for 3.
Ooh. Yes, it is.
So Gilad's lining up, taking a look just to see exactly where he wants the broom. I don't know, and really where he wants the broom is just a function of what kind of weight Melvin wants to throw. Based on that, he looks like he's going to throw kind of a control take kind of thing, maybe even down less than control, more than board though.
Oh, nice shot on Sheets. Well,
not
it helped.
really.
It helped a little bit, but
did it?
Oh well, maybe not.
Yeah. All right, Melvin Stone is on the way. Here is his last stone in the 7th end. He got the sweepers on it quick, like they're concerned about an overcurl. They shouldn't be. It looks like it's right on the nose right now. Yeah, that's going to be fine. That's going to nail that stick.
3 yellow.
3 yellow. That's going to give the Team Fallon a 4-point lead in the 7th end, or in the 8th end.
Yes, going into the 8th end.
Right.
It's 4-8.
The Squirtle Squad, yes.
The Squirrels.
The Squirtle Squad will have hammer, but they'll be in a world of hurt. They got to figure out a way to get 4.
5.
Well,
4 to tie.
4 to tie.
5.
So Melvin would be well advised to. I don't know why he's leaving something in the house. I would throw through.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
Don't give Chris anything to play with. Because even the shot on the button that he's asking for, gives Chris the opportunity to play freezes and games like that. This is important. This is a questionable choice.
Yeah, Gilad doesn't want it in the house. He's like, I just want to see this through.
Yeah, Gilad kind of overrode Melvin there a little bit. And Melvin's like, okay, I get it. You're right. I'm wrong. Carry on. I know what Melvin's problem is, having played with him in men's league all season. Is he's not used to being ahead, because we're 0-ing a lot this year. So I don't think Melvin's had to go to his "what do I do when I'm ahead" book much this season. Chris Celi doing exactly what you have to do when you're trying to manufacture a big end. He's trying to get some guards in. Problem is, this is going to slip into the house. That is a problem, because now Melvin can erase that stone.
Yeah, Melvin's not going to think about this on
Not even a thought, yeah.
Can we go to the all-house view? Let's watch what happens on sheet D, where it's hammer coming in, or not coming in. Hammer about to get thrown.
Hammer now coming in. So red lying 2. They've got one in the 4-foot and one just biting the 12. Yellow trying to figure out a way to deal with that. In a game that we're just finishing the 6th end now.
And Team Fallon just flashed.
Yeah, they missed that. Missed that hit.
And yellow slides through. Ooh. Wow. So that makes it a 5-4 game.
Oh, it's steal of 2.
Steal of
2 red.
5-4 in the 7th end, which will be their last end because they've only got 3 minutes left. So they're going to be. This is going to be their last end coming up. They will get to throw that 7th, but it'll be their final end.
Okay, 5-4. A is done. Look at the. Yeah, it does look like mixed doubles over on sheet C.
Is this Tanya's? This is Tanya's hammer, is it not?
Yeah, I believe so.
So really, all she's got is a draw to the button. She's got backing, so all she's got to do is get there.
Sweep. Nope, it's dying.
I don't think she's got it.
Well, is it?
Well, maybe.
No.
Definitely 2 yellow,
2
possibly
yellow.
3.
Yeah.
Either way,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, it had a little more energy in it than we thought there as it
well,
slid into
that's
the
at
button.
least. All right, we're going to put that as a 2 unless
Two,
someone
yeah.
tells
2
us
yellow.
different.
2 yellow.
And they're
Which
shaking.
is fine because 2 yellow would be 8-0. They've only got one more end. That's game.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So that game is over. So congratulations to Team Black, who has won their
Third game?
Their pool.
Yeah.
Their pool is looking at the Snigur, S-N-I-G-U-R, if I recall correctly, is a tennis star from Ukraine. Pool with a score of 3-0. So they're advancing into the Ukraine Premier League semifinals against, I believe it'll be against the winner of this game going on B tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
So on sheet D, did we not score something? No,
It's
that's right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the score's correct, 5-4.
And Fall Guys are just they're throwing through. I don't know if that was planned, but that's what happened.
Probably not with only a 1-point lead. All right, so Chris Celi trying to make something of that flash that just occurred.
Yeah. Did
Puts one behind his guard, 95% behind his guard.
All right, we're back to B.
He needs to figure out a way to steal a lot. No, he has the hammer. Never mind. He doesn't have to steal. Score 4.
there goes the guard, but
Does not take out the stone.
at least
But
it's
it does take
wide
out a
open.
stone, and that's 2 out. All he has to do is get rid of 3 more with the 4 stones he has remaining, and the game's over. He's in a very strong position, basically. I mean, up 4 in the last end.
So Chris trying to pull something in behind guards.
Yeah, Chris needs to have the rest of his team throw 100% the rest of the way out of this and hope
Oh,
that
okay.
Melvin's team messes
He's
up.
calling for a guard. I don't know if that's going to help him much, but I guess nothing really is going to help him much at this point.
As long as it's a close guard, he might be thinking he could do a split on later if he needs it, which he would. Or he could be going for style points. I mean, that's an option.
Yeah, looks like it's going to work. Coming over. Well, not quite fully covered. Be a little tough to hit directly, but
Yes.
I think they just want to run it straight back and hope for the double.
Gilad throwing his first vice stone. Really just trying to peel the guard.
And it will.
Yep, absolutely.
One less, it was just a guard, but it's still one less red
One
rock.
less stone. There's 3. Yep, there's 3 red stones sitting back here in the pool. As soon as there's 5, the game is over. So they've got basically 3 more stones to get rid of 2 reds. Again, like I said, pretty strong position.
Yep. We have a much tighter game over on D.
Yes.
Well, I think we will be showing sheet D in a couple minutes
It
here.
won't be long at all because this feels like it's going to be in a position where it is.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's at the back of the 4-foot, but Melvin's both that stone is wide open, so they can put this game to bed with a double right now if that happens to happen. They're not shooting for that. They're not upset if it doesn't happen. They're just going to pick off that top one, and then Chris is in a world of hurt. He's already kind of in a world of hurt. If the double happens to happen, it is game over.
Well, it's definitely got the top one.
Yep. Straightforward peel.
Yep.
So Chris Celi has 3 stones left and 1 stone in the house to manufacture 4 points. Those of you who have passed elementary school math knows that means he's got nothing else. So he can't. realistically, he's going to need to throw everything perfectly and have some mistakes made by Team Fallon to have any prayer whatsoever.
It's going to overcurl and be too light. Yeah, this rock is useless.
Yep.
They're sweeping.
They're sweeping. They might. Yeah, no. It's technically close enough. They could maybe split something on it.
Yeah, they can't call the game yet on it, but it's,
right.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't guard the shot on the center stone. So Melvin Shaw sliding down to the hack for what will probably be his final shot of the game, because all he has to do is make something red go away.
Even if he chips the guard out, it's still the end. Either way, he wins.
Anything red goes away, game over. And the red on the center line is completely exposed.
Oh, that's takeout weight.
Yep. And at this point, barring a pick or a sweeper error, it's on it. That's got the hit, that's got the take, that's the game.
That's the game.
All right, that
they're
wraps
shaking.
that game up. So final score
8-4.
8-4 in
there's
terms of
still
Team Fallon
more?
over Squirtle.
Yeah, they didn't throw the last rock, so
Yeah.
8-4.
8-4. So congratulations to Team Fallon. Jimmy Fallon, Stevie Enochson, Melvin Shaw, Gilad Kempenich. They have won the Klakova group. Excuse me. And will be advancing to the Ukraine Premier League semifinals, the A event semifinals, at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We will get to see Squirtle Squad, Celi, Bill Engman, Andrea Dubin, and Matt Rosenbloom in either the Sunflower or Nightingale semifinals at 9 a.m. tomorrow also. So the game's not over for either of them, but congratulations on that. We're now going to turn our attention to the very close game on Sheet D, where we are in, We are in
7.
the final end, throwing the first Vice Stone. These are the fall guys. Mark Steinhofer is the skip, Ben Hallman is the vice, Joe Soraka is the second, Liz Harmon is the lead. They are from the Bucks Curling Club and also Nittany Valley. Liz is actually from Long Island. Those would be the fall guys. They're the ones throwing yellow. Throwing red is the Indies, Alex Hyla, Keith Nussbaum, Simon Weschler, and Chrissy Becker. Chrissy is here from Coastal Carolina, which is an arena club in Wilmington, North Carolina. Now, they pretty much just play in the summer, so her season really just ended. They do host the popular Beach Spiel. It's a very lovely time. Everybody else is here from Potomac. They are throwing the red stones.
Yep, so red is sitting one just barely, but they don't have hammer. So I think they just threw up a rock trying to guard that. Maybe they're going for the tie at this point.
Right. And just a reminder, what's at stake in this game, although both of these teams are 0-2, whichever team wins will end up third place in their pool, which means that they will be in the Sunflower and or Nightingale events against one of the teams that came in second in one of the other divisions. Exactly how the crossover works gets very confusing to me, and I don't understand it.
It's all in the draw sheet.
Yeah.
Just, if you're
Yes,
interested, go to our website.
But I don't have the draw sheets.
No.
That doesn't do me any good.
But all our watchers are on their computers, and
That is true.
They can go to
They
their
can
draw
figure it
sheet.
out. So that is what the stakes are here. If the teams end up tied, there will be a skip straw, one single stone thrown by each team. Does not actually have to be the skip. They just call it a skip straw. You can sweep your own. You cannot sweep your opponent's stones. They'll throw the first stone. They'll take a measurement. They'll throw the second stone. Whoever's closer wins. In the event that both teams miss the house, it does happen, they will throw another one.
Oh, my goodness.
It happens.
I can see that happening at our
Been there,
level.
done
Oh,
that.
easy.
Been there, done that. Was embarrassed. It's bad when it happens twice.
Yeah, at Saturday morning breakfast last weekend, I was playing on a team, and we were tied at the end, and it came down to skip rock. So one team did not get it in the house, the other team did. So we were like,
That's a
okay.
That's a win.
So Indy's putting up another guard just where the previous one was.
And that's a
nicely
pretty
done.
good looking guard. That's
Yeah.
enough That's a good depth because it makes the raise takeout difficult.
Well, they
And
like it.
And it's tight enough that there's no real path between the two guards to get at that shot stone. So, yep, peeling a guard.
Yes, they seem very pleased with that.
Yeah, they probably should be. So, Fall Guys going and throwing a stone to get rid of a guard.
It's got good weight. Hanging around the center line there. Starting to curl.
Peeled the guard, got out of the way. So Indies do once again lie 1. One assumes they're going to put the guard back.
It's been working for him so far.
I mean, it's a good plan, and really they've only got to repeat it twice more, and they can tie that game and force that skip's drop.
Looks like we're down to skip rocks over here on sheet D.
Back at the hack on D.
Okay, first skip rock for Indies.
I think it's a little bit of a lightweight there, which would be good if they're trying to just plug that hole up again.
Which is basically what they are trying to do. I mean, that's basically what they're hanging on for, is just successful guards that can't be dealt with. This is not a fully successful. Well, it's diving good at the end. Maybe it got better.
Oh yeah, that took a big dive at the end.
That totally dove at the end. Okay,
Yeah.
that was about to be a non-successful guard, and then it turned into a successful guard. So
Yeah, it really
yeah.
curled there right at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't exactly tell from this angle who's close to who's shot, red or
I'm
yellow.
virtually certain reddish.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the way they're playing, they got to be shot.
I wouldn't blame them for taking a measuring stick out just to make absolutely sure. So technically, you're not supposed to be using your broom to do it. Oh, he's not what he's doing. He's looking at angles. Okay. So you're not actually supposed to use your broom or anything like that to determine distances to stones.
Really?
Yeah, that is. You are only allowed to use your eyes until the end is over. Unless there's a question as to whether something's in the free guard zone or something like that, in which case you do what you got to do there. But that's not what's going on here. So really, he's really just he's figuring angles. He's not really figuring distance.
So what do you do if it's it may or may not be a biter?
Then you use the biter bar.
I mean, before the end's over, if you're trying to,
if it's during the free guard zone time,
then you
can use the biter bar and
Okay.
figure it out. If it's not free guard zone time, it doesn't matter. Play it. Take your best guess and play it. You cannot use an artificial device to measure. It's a thing to keep the pace of the game going, basically.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Okay, first skip stone for the Vol guys.
They are presumably going to peel that guard. If they happen to catch a run back on it, great, but they're not expecting it.
Yeah, they were looking at all kinds of options, but it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Lots of angles to consider.
Hope you remember all your
And the biggest thing you don't want to do is you don't want to accidentally promote it into a 2-red situation. So
no.
really, peeling the guard is the smart play right now.
All right, hold on. Really? Overhead.
Which this is going to do. It does.
Ooh.
Oh,
But
so close.
It does not take it out, and it does move it behind a different guard on the guard on the other side. It's not as
looks
it's not
like
as
they're-
well guarded.
Looks like they're calling it.
They aren't
No.
calling it. There are still 2 stones left.
Yeah, the game is not over.
Oh, I thought they were shaking at the end.
No,
They
no,
were.
no, 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 no.
They were just hand.
That
okay.
was yeah,
Oh,
that was
like good shot, guys.
yeah, that was
Oh.
okay.
that was a good shot shake.
Okay,
That was
all
not a
right.
game over shake.
So
Okay.
yet again, the call's a guard, just in a different place this
Yeah,
time.
it's just a different guard, and
Okay, this is
or
your-
actually, it might even be. Is he that broom? Is he
Draw
trying
in?
to draw in for what would be potentially a game-winning shot? I mean, yellow still has their hammer, but
Yeah.
All right, taking a. You
So
at
this
the
is
house
the last.
from here.
This is the last.
is the
rock
last
for
red
the
stone.
Indies.
yep.
There is the Yellowstone after this. Okay.
So stones on the way.
Lots of sweeping here.
They're being very cautious on the line.
It's focusing.
Okay, this is just going to be a guard because they're calling it for an over and up. Do they have the over yet? Do they have the over yet?
Not yet.
Ooh,
It's
over.
over,
It's
but
over. Okay, and it's where it needs to be to guard the
well done,
to guard
guys.
the turn on that.
Good sweeping.
So what yellow
weight
is
call.
left? What yellow is left with is an attempt.
Can go to the all house view, or you can at least see it from over straight overhead, see all everything. And so
Okay.
see how it all lines up there.
Yep. So what's going on right now is
Red sitting 1.
red is sitting 1. That would be what they would need to tie it and force that skip's draw. So the Yellowstone. Yellow is going to attempt to tap up in such a way. There we go. There's the overhead. In such a way that we tap that in. He would need to be slightly better than just barely into the 4-foot. He needs to be fully into the 4-foot plus a couple inches.
Yep.
And that would be enough. That actually is very, with the red guards where they are, that's actually going to be difficult to get in there with just that much force. That's going to be tricky.
Yeah, it's more like trying to hit it back into the yellow, or into the red, I mean.
Yeah, that's probably actually the better shot, is playing the angle raise rather than just the push.
All right.
We'll know what he's got in mind as soon as he enters.
Here
On that
comes
broom,
the hammer.
On that broom, that's definitely what he's doing, and that's that way. He's definitely going for the hit because he knows he can't lose the game here. He can only win. He can't lose.
Yeah.
All right.
So here it comes. That's not going to do the job. Well, wait a minute. Oh no, definitely. Didn't. Oh!
Oh!
I take back what I said about he cannot lose the game. I'm
Okay.
wrong. He can. He
2
did.
red.
Two
Oh
Red,
my
surrenders.
that
gosh.
is an upset victory on the last
Oh,
stone.
goodness.
That
Wow.
was totally unexpected. Ouch. So that was that the Indies who just
Yep,
took the 2?
Indies.
The Indies took the
6
2.
to 5.
So congratulations, Alex Hale, Keith Nussbaum, Simon Weschler, and Chrissy Becker. We will see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. in the Sunflower and Nightingale semifinals.
Yeah, but
And-
just goes to show you that it's not over until that last rock is thrown.
And for
It's not.
everybody else, we'll see you in 24 minutes for the last draw of the evening. Have a wonderful evening.
Goodbye.